Hey folks, Josh Omaits here. Some of you saw my recent post on Facebook. I recently acquired a couple of horns from my friend George Schlub. George Schlub runs Schlub Brassworks. For those of you who don't know George, he is known more as a fabulous trumpet maker. But recently I found out he's delved into the world of the low brass. So I was over at his place not too long ago and he said, "Hey, I've got something for you." And he brought out this trombone that he made. This one right here. And he said, "Yeah, why don't you give it a blow?" So I took my mouthpiece out and gave it a play, and I couldn't put it down. And he said, "Oh, I've got some other ones for you here." And he gave me not one, but two alto trombones. One straight and one with a valve. Both were equally fantastic. So I'm going to explain each one here, the features of each one, and show you afterwards in a little playing segment why I like them so much. So the first one we're going to take a look at is the straight alto trombone. So design is pretty simple, straightforward. It's based off of a very familiar German design. A lot of George's horns are based on German designs because he's found that they tend to work the best. And he's absolutely correct. This is one of the easiest altos I've ever played. And I've played Yamaha, Kahn, Tyne, Latch, Vogt, Kanstel. All of them pale in comparison to how easy this horn is to play. Particularly for someone who's spent a lot of time on alto, or even just starting picking it up. I find I can just pick this up and play without any issues at all. The cool thing is, as well, articulations are very crisp, which is another thing that alto trombones aren't really known for, is getting buried in the orchestra. So to maintain that clarity, he's employed interchangeable lead pipes. But not only normal interchangeable lead pipes. This lead pipe here, you can see there's just a little bit of extra weight here. That helps ensure stability in all the partials, as well as clarity of articulation, which is why I like this horn so much. So the next horn we're going to take a look at is George's alto with the B-flat valve attachment. Like the straight horn, it's incredibly easy to play, smooth articulation and partial series, very predictable feeling. This one is just a little bit different besides the addition of the valve. Like the straight horn, it has interchangeable lead pipes, but as you can see, it's incredibly long. It pretty much goes all the way through the upper slide tube. George tells me that this helps secure partials, makes everything feel a lot easier, as well as secures intonation. One of the biggest problems with alto trombone is making sure that you're in tune with the tenor and bass in the section. And George is absolutely correct. It really solidifies everything. So no matter what you go for, high, mid, low, it's right there and super easily accessible. The other feature, glaringly obvious, is the B-flat attachment. So this helps extend the lower range, getting the full chromatic down to the pedal tones. Now this can be useful in some settings, as well as help trills in the upper range. But like all of George's horns, this one is incredibly easy to play. Articulations speak very quickly, and the bell is just super responsive, so everything's crystal clear. And now we come to what, in my opinion, is the pièce de résistance. This is the Schlub Custom Orchestral Tenor. Large bore, features a medium width slide with a nickel crook, a Hagman valve, a gold brass tuning slide, and a yellow brass bell. Pretty classic combination. It employs George's special lead pipe design, so everything, again, like the altos, feels super easy and comfortable. Aside from that, the bell section is entirely convertible. So if you wanted a gold brass bell, yellow brass tuning slide, any combination of materials within the realm of physical possibility is possible. Now looking at the bell, doesn't look particularly interesting until, oh wait, it's cut. I love this part. So the cut bell means you can take the bell off like a French horn. This allows for ease of travel. Instead of storing in a case with large clearance, you can put it flat in a viola style case, which means you can fit it in most overheads as a carry-on on aircraft, which as a traveling musician is a awesome prospect. Thanks everyone for watching me nerd out about trombone equipment. For those of you who know me, this is no big surprise. But what is the reason for all of this talk? Well, besides the fact that they're all fabulous horns, if you're looking for a custom trombone or trumpet of any range, alto, tenor, bass, look no further than George Schlub. I can't recommend his work highly enough. Besides being super easy to play, super controllable, the options are pretty much limitless. If you want a cut bell like this one, if you want gold brass, sterling silver, copper, we have a bass trombone model coming soon. My version will be in copper, and I'm super excited for that. Pretty much anything within the realm of physical possibility is able to be done. And because it's just George in his shop, it's done at a much lower price than most other makers. Particularly because it's something that's completely handmade from German source materials, hammered, annealed, bent, seamed, drawn. The entire process is done by George, with the exception of the valve, although the Hagman valve is an excellent choice, and so is the Olsen rotor. So, what is the price for all of this awesomeness? $4,000? Nope, you'd be looking at about $3,500 for this model, or something similar, with a Hagman valve, and around $3,000 for one with an Olsen rotor. Now, for those of you keeping track, that's $1,000 less than a lot of American makers, boutique makers, and that's several $1,000s less than the Europeans. For something that is easily as good, if not much better, depending on what you get. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like Schlub Brassworks Facebook page, friend George Schlub on Facebook, get all the most up-to-date information. Thank you for watching up to this point. Now enjoy some playing examples done on these horns. Thanks again, and happy holidays.